But now let's kick off the show and check in with our friend Zach Perry over at Taste and See Tampa Bay to see what he has been up to lately, where he has been exploring. Good to see you. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies. How are you? It's good to always be here on the Morning Blend.
Oh, we love when you are here with us. Zach, I, of course, have a heads up to where you're taking us, but I just want to point out that you sometimes bring culture to the show. Because you know where my culture, especially when it comes to artists, specifically Van Gogh, comes from? Little Einsteins on my daughter's television show. So I need some help, Zach. Bring the
That's actually a good TV show, though. You can learn a lot, Natalie. It's a good place to start.
And I learned about Van Gogh, which that's kind of what you're talking about. Probably in a different way you can experience it, though, knowing how you operate.
That's right. I will say that the Dolly Museum knows nothing but culture because, being able to really showcase this new art that they have here, all featuring Van Gogh, it's a definitely unique experience. The museum is featuring more than 3,000 Van Gogh images, all scaled to enormous proportions, and they're all using high-definition projectors. So you're getting basically a unique, immersive experience right there at the Dolly Museum in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Today we're driving a 2020 Chevy Equinox from Chevrolet of Wesley Chapel. This car is all about safety and style with nearly 30 miles per gallon on the highway. It's also equipped with an HD surround vision camera, which makes parking a breeze. And now we're hitting the road to the Dolly Museum in St. Pete, Florida, where you can experience Vincent Van Gogh's works of art like never before.
This is the first time we've really done something that's radically different, focusing on cinema and cinematic experiences. We have 35 projectors, state-of-the-art sound system, and I think people are going to be moved as we were. I think they're going to be incredibly caught up in the story. They're going to see how, for Van Gogh, color became emotion, which is translated to a human experience. I think, it's hard to go into something like this and not be moved by it. This show brings this experience to you in a very overwhelming way. You dive deep into every aspect of the brushstrokes and the contour.
Guys, my mind is blown. This exhibit literally makes you feel like you're walking right into a Vincent Van Gogh painting.
Our giant adventure continues.
And living in the Sunshine State means adventure all year long.
Your auto giant will put you on the road to the best spot. Mention Taste and See, and I'm going to give you $1,000 in bonus cash. Here you go.
Let's hit the road.
It'll be giant.
The best part, though, of this new exhibit is that they're actually extending their time right here in St. Pete all the way till June 13th. So we got a little extra time to go enjoy that beautiful exhibit right there at the Dolly Museum.
You have to wonder, what Vincent Van Gogh would think, seeing his artwork, in that, no one dreamed that, it would be capable of doing these things.
Right. And that Starry Night room, that's what I just think looks absolutely amazing, what they were able to do with that. Painting's already so cool. And then to feel like you're in it, good job.
Well, I think, being in that room, you're able to kind of walk through different parts of the exhibit. So you kind of, experience it different ways throughout that basically 25-minute presentation. So it's definitely a unique experience you have to see before they head out of town.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Take us outside now for a little bit because you have found, it's one of the best parts, I think, of the Bay Area, right?
Paradise. Absolute paradise. Lido Key in Sarasota, I have to say, is absolutely stunning. I had the chance to go out there the other day. and crystal clear blue water, amazing sand, windsurfers. I mean, it was just, what more could you want out there? And it really wasn't nearly as packed as some of those other spring break beaches. I was in St. Pete and Pasadena just over the weekend, and it was pretty packed. Out here, it was a little bit of paradise where you certainly weren't having to fight anybody for a spot on the sand. That's for sure.
So is it one of those things, Zach, where you're going to have to get me up extra early to get a spot? That's been like the ongoing joke with us over the years.
Well, okay, here's what I've realized. There are tons of spots on, however, there's not a ton of parking spots. Those are the spots you may have to fight for. But either way, I will say, you're able to kind of go out there anytime. But, Natalie, I always say early bird gets the worm.
I know you will. It just breaks my heart every time I hear you say that, Zach.
Maybe you need to go out at sunset, Natalie. Maybe that's the goal.
There you go.
Exactly.
I can handle that.
Sunset out there would be great as well, So, and there's also a great tiki bar out there called the Lido Key Tiki Bar, and it's right there on the sand as well. And certainly, I would definitely recommend swinging by there for a nice cocktail too.
Zach, that video is like so mesmerizing. I feel like I could just watch it all day. There's something so relaxing just about watching it.
Oh, and being on the beach and when you're flying it and getting the footage, you really don't understand how amazingly beautiful it is out there until like later on you're like at home watching it. Like, I was just there, It was just such a unique spot. But I when you're up in the air, you get that perspective. It's unlike any other, and that's what's
Can you see on that, can you see how good, and how crystal clear the water is, what you're actually holding to actually fly it, or do you not know until you get home?
I get a live feed, so I definitely see it, but I'll tell you, I don't appreciate it until I'm actually later, because when I'm getting the shot, I'm focused on getting the shot, but man, later on I go, man, it was a gorgeous day out there.
I'd be so nervous. I'd be for sure my drone would be in the water. No questions asked. That's why you do that job. That's why Carly and I can sit here at home. But we're so glad you are good at your job because we get to see such fabulous places. And you can see fabulous places too on tasteandseetampabay.com.